giving surface area of frustrums and volumes.
I'm making the host and I leave that meeting.
Let's start from last week's assignment or the work that you are given. Any challenge that may be encountered on the assignment that you are given, we can go through right now before we start our lesson. You can use you can chat directly to me. You can send me your message, because some of us have a lot of noise from the background. So you can chat, but at some point I'll give you a chance also to talk or to ask the question. I don't know if the lesson that was taught last week, you were able to understand everything, or you have some queries, some areas that you would like us maybe to go through. You are free. You are free to ask, so that we are able to assist one another fully. Ensure that the noise at the background is low or even not there. Let me unmute you so that you are able to contribute where you are and where you want us to go. I've given you an option of unmuting yourself. So you can unmute yourself and then talk to me. You can unmute yourself and then talk to me about last week's work. If you are able to understand, or if there was somewhere you didn't get well, or if there's a question that you did not get correctly, I can explain. Yes, Austin, can see you want to talk. Isaac Kirui, how are you? Yes, Vincent Kinywa, talk.
Yes, excuse me, Chair.
Yes.
When getting the surface area of a frustum, do you add the top and bottom circles?
Surface area of the frustum.
Yes.
It depends on the question. Like the one that you are doing, how was the question?
Okay.
Or do you have any example that was asking for a surface area of frustum?
Yes.
Can you have an access to it right now, or later?
Oh, I've seen it. The diagram alongside shows a frustum made from a cone of base radius 35 centimeters. The radius of the top surface of the frustum is 21 centimeters, and the slant height of the frustum is 20 centimeters. Calculate the total surface area of the frustum in square meters, correct to 4 significant figures.
Okay, that question is open. Is quite open. Yes. Because we haven't been told this frustum was what. You see, we've just been told it's a frustum. But if it was written as solid, yes, if the term solid is there, then
Yes.
you know solid hata ikikatwa, if it was a solid cone for example,
Yes.
a solid cone hata ikishakatwa bado utabaki na ile top part and also
Yes.
bottom part.
Yes.
So in that case, we are going to have pi r squared ya bottom and pi r squared ya up. And then you add this to
Yes.
pi rl
Yes.
ya curved surface. Sawa?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. But that question is open. So you can add the two circles
Yes.
or you can just get the bottom part because tumambiwa it's a frustum. And the frustum can also be open at the top.
Yes.
Can be like a bucket, you see? So
Yes.
a bucket unajua sasa hiyo kama ni bucket haina top, iko na bottom peke yake.
Yes.
So in that kind of question, how it should be, the examiner should award the marks for total surface area of the two circles and also
Yes.
of the bottom part, because for sure you cannot know whether the frustum is open or it is closed.
Close.
Hebu sema swali tena nisikie.
Oh, yes. The diagram alongside shows a frustum made from a cone of base radius 35 centimeters. The radius of the top surface of the frustum is 21 centimeters, and the slant height of the frustum is 20 centimeters. Calculate the total surface area of the frustum in square meters, correct to 4 significant figures.
So we are just being told it is made from a cone. That's what I'm getting from the question. It is
Yes.
made from a cone. So we don't know that the cone was a solid or the cone was just like an empty space. So if it is empty space, of course you won't have the top part. If it was a solid,
Yes.
you'll have the top part of the cone or of the frustum. So the question is open. Although you find some teachers denying students marks, but the language in that question suggests that the question is open, where you can use two circles and also use only the bottom part of the circle. Iko sawa hivyo?
Thank you. Thank you. Yes.
But were you able to get the surface area of the frustum?
Yes.
How did you get the curved surface area? Because I know for the circles, that one is very easy. How did you get, maybe you
Yes.
can have a minute explain to us how you got to the curved surface area of that frustum.
So I got the. It was given the slant height of the frustum. No. So I used the ratio to get the height of the larger cone, and then I used Pythagoras theory to get the length of the whole cone.
Length, what do you mean by length? Slant
The
height.
slant height, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Then I did the pi RL of the larger cone minus pi RL of the smaller cone. Then I got the surface area, the curved surface area of the frustum.
Good. That's very good. Excellent. That should be the approach. That one should be the approach. Pi RL of the larger cone or of the big cone minus pi RL of the small cone, you get curved surface area of the frustum. And then you add to the two circles, the top and also the bottom, because hatujambiwa what type of a cone this one is, whether it's a solid or it was empty, we haven't been told. So kikata, if the examiner just specified it was a solid, if the examiner says it's a solid, then you know what a solid is. Akisema it was a piece of wood, you know what a piece of wood is. Akisema it was a metal, all of us understand what metal is. So you need to get the part of the question so that we're able to answer your question correctly. Are you okay, Vincent Kinywa, so that I can go to
Yes.
someone else?
Thank you. Yes.
Good. Elias Mburu, how are you?
Fine.
Yeah, you have a question? You have.
Yes. What's the difference when it's open and the difference when it's closed? The difference in the formula used.
Okay, what is open and what is closed?
As in when the figure is hollow or when the figure is full. like a
Oh.
log and a trough, like that now.
Now, do you know what is called a lampshade?
Yes.
A lampshade that is in form of a frustum.
Yes.
Now, that lampshade, you see, lampshade is hollow, both ends. As in, huko juu it has nothing, huko chini pia. The both top and bottom, they are all empty. Si ndio?
Yes.
So, lampshade iko tu na curved surface area. Si kama tuko pamoja? Are you hearing me, Elias?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yeah, I'm saying that lampshade has no circular base. Okay, it is empty at the base and also empty at the top. That means it is hollow. Yes?
Yes.
Yes. So lampshade has only curved surface area.
Area.
So if the examiner says a lampshade, you don't get pi r squared. You don't get pi r squared because it has no circular, the bases are not occupied. They are just hollow. So if the examiner says a lampshade, that is an example of a hollow frustum. Hollow, as in unaweza angalia, unaweza kwa macho na you see through, it is very hollow. That one, you only find the curved surface area. And curved surface area, as Vincent has explained to us, curved surface area is just pi RL of the larger cone minus pi RL of the smaller cone. Pi RL of the larger cone minus pi RL of the smaller cone. Tumesema kwa lampshade atuongelee kuhusu circles.
Yes.
Sawa?
Yes.
Kwa sababu it is hollow. Now, at some point, unaweza pewa something like a bucket. Unajua ndoo?
Yeah.
Na tunajua ndoo uambiwe it was an open bucket. Ndoo ile yenye iko open, haina lid ya juu, haina lid, iko open. So now you see this bucket, it has a circular base. Tuko sawa?
Yes.
So hii circular base ni pi r squared. Hiyo ndio surface area ya circular base, pi r squared. This bucket of ours iko na curved surface area. Curved surface area is pi r L of the larger cone minus pi r L of the smaller cone. Yes?
Yes.
Hii bucket yetu haina top, haina circular top because it is open. So iko tu na base peke yake. As in unaweza enda uchote nao maji. So haina hii top. So hautapata pi r squared ya juu. So you will only get pi r squared ya chini, the part that holds your water, and then the curved surface area. So if this open bucket, therefore surface area of the open bucket will be pi r squared ya chini, the circular base, plus ile answer utapata from pi rl ya big cone minus pi rl of the small cone. Hiyo tu peke yake. Pi rl of the big cone minus pi rl of the small cone, which we have said is the surface, a curved surface area of the bucket. Hiyo wall ya bucket. Elias.
Yes.
Hadi hapo uko sawa?
Niko na swali. Kwa hiyo bucket, larger cone na smaller cone ni gani? Kwa hiyo bucket, larger cone na smaller cone ni gani?
Unajua hiyo bucket utai extend. Okay, first of all, let me show you the bucket I'm talking about. Can you see that bucket?
Yes.
Unaweza ona hiyo ndoo yangu? So I can extend huku chini. Hivi. Chini ikue cone mzima. Ukuna yako hapo, umechora ndoo yako, chora. So that pia mimi niki extend na wewe pia una extend.
Nimechora.
Inakaa kama yangu hivi.
Eh.
So unaona the large cone that we are talking about ni kutoka hapa hadi hapa yote. Hiyo cone kubwa hii. Unaiona?
Yeah.
Hii ndio cone kubwa tunaongea kuhusu. This is the big cone we are talking about. This one. Kutoka hapa all the way hadi hapa. So the slant height of the big cone ni kutoka hapa. Hii yote ni slant height of the big cone. I hope Elias Mburu you are seeing what
Yes.
And then the height of the big cone ni kutoka hapa katikati hadi huku chini hadi penye cone inaishia hapa. Sawa? Hiyo ndio height of the big cone. Now, nikifunga hizi hii hapa juu, are you able to see the small cone down there?
Yes.
So that is the small cone we are talking about. So even the slant height of the small cone itaanza hapa hadi hapa. Hivyo. I don't know that is clear to you.
Yes, it's clear.
So tukiongea kuhusu big cone and the small cone ujue ni hizo. So unaona hii bucket yetu ilifika hadi hapa. That means tukitafuta curved surface area ya cone yote, big cone, kutoka hapa hadi hapa, minus curved surface area of the small cone from here up to here, tunapata curved surface area of this bucket here. Elias?
Yes.
Uko sawa? Uko na swali lingine kuhusu big cone na small cone?
Niko sawa.
Uko sawa? Do you have any example? Nikufanyie sahi? Maybe a question that you try.
Not right now. Not here.
Ati?
Sahi sina. Nilikuwa nauliza tu.
Lakini you can get an example, 2 questions or so. Sawa? Hata mimi naweza kupatia example moja hapa. Hii ile ndo yenu huko nyumbani kuna radius ya ngapi ukiguess? Radius ya juu.
Sijui hadi.
Acha nikupatie 28 centimeters. Ujui kwa nini? Hapo juu ikuwe 28 centimeters na hapa chini ikuwe 7 centimeters. Hapo base ikuwe 7 centimeters. Na height ya hiyo bucket yenu, height ya ndoo, inaweza fika ngapi? Sasa nikupatie 42 centimeters. Iwe height ya ndoo. Alafu nikwambie get the surface area of the bucket. Get the surface area of the bucket. Get the surface area of that bucket.
28 ndio radius ama ni diameter?
28 in radius.
Umesema hiyo height ya bucket ni? Height ya bucket.
Height ya bucket tumesema ni 42 centimeters.
Sure. Ni slanted ama ni vertical height?
Let me share something with you. There's a question I've gotten. Let me share it with you so that you're able to see. Let me share with you this one so that you're able to see what I'm saying. We can have this example. I hope we can see that. Isaac, unaona hiyo? Eh? Elias, are you able to see?
Yes.
Eh?
Yes.
But we are not getting the capacity. Anataka tutafute surface area.
Oh.
Let's not get the capacity like the way question is asking. Let's get the surface area of that bucket. So in this question, diameter is equal to 28 centimeters. Diameter of the top, diameter of the bottom is 21 centimeters. And then the height of the bucket is given as 20 centimeters. That is the height of the bucket is 20 centimeters. And I want us to find the surface area of the bucket. Surface area of the bucket. Let me give you around 2-3 minutes. 2-3 minutes.
Question imeenda.
Sure.
The question.
Yes, please
Ndio swali.
share the screen again.
I hope you have the question and you are working it out.
The question is incomplete.
The height of the bucket, like I've said, is 20 centimeters. The height of the bucket is 20 centimeters. Who can take us through? Who can take us through the workings? We can work together rather than waiting for you to finish. We can work it out together. Yes, Kirui, can take us through? Check on your mic. Don't know whether I'm the one who can't hear you. Kirui, unaongea kweli? Mimi sioni kama unaongea. Hiyo mic yako inanguruma tu, lakini ama mimi ndio sisikii peke yangu. Vincent, are you hearing Kirui?
Okay.
No.
Kirui,
Yes.
hakuna mwenye anakusikia? Don't know whether it's your mic or what.
Yes.
Labda juu answer.
Yes? Ah. Kirui, ni kama mic yako imekataa. Wait, Franklin Munene, I'll kick you out of my class. Na Boniface Odhiambo. Nitawafukuza sahi. You know me, I don't joke with you. I'll send you away. Mess with anyone else, my friend. Mute kama uongei. Okay, Alan Jugunar, talk to us.
Okay, first we're going to use enlargement.
Yes, continue. Juguna? Alan Juguna? Alan Juguna, umeenda wapi tena?
Similarity and enlargement
Uh-huh.
to find the height of the imaginary cone. First, we're going to assume it's upside down to make it better. So we use similarity and enlargement, and we find the small height is 60 centimeters. And then we add it to the other height, we find the height is 80 centimeters. Since the lower circle, assuming it's upside down, is absent, we're going to do pi RL for the big one minus pi RL of the small one, and then we find the area of the smaller circle. Then we get our answer. So I found the small height to be 60.
To be?
To be 60 centimeters. Is that correct?
So you have to take us through how you got the answer. First of all, ultimate similarity ukapata 28 over 21
over
is equal
20
to
plus 20 plus x over x.
Good, correct. So we have x is equals to?
Then 28x is equals to 21 into brackets 20 plus x.
That will be 420. Is it 420? 420 plus
21x.
Plus 21x, correct.
Yeah.
So you have 7x is equal to 420. So by 7 by 7, x is 60.
Yes.
So your small height is 60. What about the capital H?
The capital H is going to be 80, 60 plus 20.
To be 80, correct.
And then we're going to use Pythagoras theorem to find the slant edge of each.
Good.
So for the small one, it's going to be 60 squared plus 10.5 squared to find the slant edge of the small one.
So this 60 squared is 3600 plus 10.5 squared. This is giving us 3710. If you add the 2, then you square root, you're getting 60 points.
91.
60.91. Alan, are you there? 6.91. What about the slant height of the big height? of the big cone.
81.
Alan tena umeenda wapi?
81.22.
81.22. So 81.22 is our capital L. So let's get pi RL. Pi mlitumia kama gani?
Pi we use 3.142.
3.142. R yetu ni 14. And then L yetu ni 81.22. Minus hiyo ingine ni 3.142. R yetu ni 10.5.
Times 60.9.
Times
60.9.
0.91. Let's take 4 significant figures like that. So the first one, what do you get?
For the first one, I got 3,572.
3,572.
Yes. The second one, I got 2,009.
2,009.
Yes. Now we subtract them.
What do you get to subtract? 1563?
That's working out.
And then you go to the bucket. Back to the bucket. What will you do to the bucket?
You find the area of the smaller circle.
The smaller circle. Pi r squared, right?
Yes.
So this will be 3.142 times 10.5 squared. This gives you what?
346.4.
346.4. And then you add to the curved surface area that I've gotten. You get
1,909.4. 1909.4.
I think we have really exhausted a mambo ya surface area.
Yes.
Yes. Volume haina shida, si ndio? Volume haina shida kabisa. Now, but in case you have a challenge, you can still talk to us, give us your question. Tuone vile tunaweza kusaidia. Any other question before now I go to my lesson? Najua hiyo ilikuwa lesson ya last week, nilikuwa najaribu kumalizia mambo ya surface area, mambo ya volume of the frustum, of the cone, hizo zote. Any other question? You have an option of unmuting yourself and then talking to me. But don't take it for granted. Una unmute na unaongea na mama yako huko nyumbani, utakutoa class yangu. Clinton, how are you?
I'm fine.
Long time, brother. Where have you been?
I'm indeed.
Any question on frustums?
I'm okay.
You're okay?
Yes.
Sawa sawa. Now, if there's no question, or I'm waiting for the question, if there is, wacha niangalia wengine ambao wako huku. Victor Njenga, how are you?
I'm fine.
You are very fine, eh?
Yes.
Have you understood the concept of frustum and the surface area of the frustum?
Yes.
That's very good. Martin Masharia, are you there?
Yes.
Good. You have understood the frustum?
Yes.
And you will get 10 marks when it comes in exam?
Absolutely.
Unajua hiyo ni KCSE 2020 what? 2022? 2023.
Yes.
Okay, all the best. Huyu anaitwa Cedric Mushemi. Are you together in class, Cedric? Cedric?
Yes.
Good. What about Carlton? Kimutai?
Yes.
I'm happy to meet you too,
Yes,
Carlton.
sir.
Good. Peter Gitonga, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Wonderful. And you have understood surface area, volume, capacity of frustum?
Yes.
Sawa. Now, You can now unmute yourself and or can raise up your hand. I've seen Carlton. Carlton, you want to ask a question? I've seen your hand up, Carlton. Carlton? Carlton, nimeona mkono yako iko juu. You are free to ask your question. I'm waiting for you, Carlton. Carlton is not ready, although his hand is up. Ametoa, sawa. Okay, means he's okay. You can just raise up your hand in case of any question, and then you ask. I'll give you a chance to ask your question. Now, up to where we have reached. Up to where we have reached. Up to where we have reached. I want to ask if there's an area that maybe you didn't understand. An area you didn't understand, or you have a question, because basically what we are doing here, we're just trying to cover what we already covered in school. Kwa sababu sasa unajua tuwezi endelea na syllabus, because at the end of the day we shall still start from where we left. So in case of any question, nini topic that you want us to cover, you can tell us. I've seen, let's start with Victor Shukrani. You can just
Yeah, in that question that you have done, which enlargement have you used?
I've used enlargement of the, you can use, we have been given the diameter. So I've used
the radius over radius of the diameter.
You can use radius, you can use diameter, any that you have been given. Like now you can say radius kubwa, the capital R over small r, bado iko sawa. You can still use capital diameter over small diameter, bado iko sawa, because ratio ni ile, ratio ni the same. Sawa?
Yes, thank you.
For example, if you use 28 over 21, na mwingine atumie 14 over 10.5. What's the difference? Tofauti hakuna. Kwa sababu bado ukidivide hii 28 over 21 by 2 unapata hii 14 over 10.5. Sawa?
Yes.
Okay. Let's go to, there's another question here. Yes, Adam, Gitari.
Wait, Cha.
Yes.
When you are calculating the question, you were talking about big H and big L.
Yes.
Please differentiate.
The H and the L.
Yes.
H, from the word H, ni height. Inaitwa perpendicular height.
So it's not the slant height.
H is not the slant height. H is not the slant height. Slant height, wacha tu nikuchoree kidogo. Let me show you. Can you see my L here?
Yes.
This is the slant height. Kutoka hapa hadi hapa chini, hiyo ndio tunaita slant height L kubwa, sawa?
Yes.
L ndogo, let me draw for you L ndogo so that you can also see the small L. L ndogo ndio hii hapa sasa.
Yes.
You can see this?
Yes.
Hadi hapa. Just the height that is slanting. Now, when you talk about perpendicular height ama H, then inatoka hapa katikati hadi hapa kwa apex ya cone.
Yes.
Now, hiyo ndio the big H, capital H. And then the small h will start from here all the way up to here.
So,
have you differentiated now the two?
Yes.
Good. That question must be our cover to you next time. Adam, any other question?
No, thank you, teacher.
Good. Ryan Kim Jr., how are you?
I'm fine.
Ask for a question.
Can you explain a bit on how to get the surface area of a frustrum of a pyramid?
Of a pyramid?
Yes.
Do you have an example with you or any question on the pyramid?
Yeah.
Okay.
The figure below shows a frustum made from a right pyramid sitting on a square base of 20 centimeters. Each slant edge of the original pyramid is 28 centimeters long. The top part of the frustum is a square of 10 centimeters. Calculate to the nearest whole number the total surface area of the frustum.
Okay, can you maybe show us on the screen? I don't know that you were able to show so that kila mtu anaweza ona. It was a question that was given by Madam Gitonga.
Yes.
Hebu songesha karibu na screen.
Hapo.
Oh, I don't know that what wengine wanaweza ona, but hao wako nayo, they have it. Maybe Ryan, you can take a photo alafu nitumie nione, or I can share with it with the people.
Yeah.
You can take the photo of that question because hapo pia watu wengi wako na shida hiyo frustum from a pyramid. Hapo ndio yako si shida sana. Hiyo pyramid kuna shida mingi sana. As Ryan does that.
Screen sharing is disabled.
Yes?
Screen sharing is disabled.
Let me chat with you my number. Let me chat you my phone number unitumie kwa WhatsApp, eh?
Sawa.
Sawa. There you go, Kim. I've sent you my number. You can WhatsApp me so that I can share with the rest on the screen. Tukikubali screen sharing, kuna wengine ni wachawi kwa hii class, but I'll get them soon. Clinton, are you the leader of this wachawi that normally wanaribu screen yangu nikisema sharing?
Hapana.
Do you know them? Tuwatafute.
Tutatafuta.
Aya, Carlton, as Ryan and actually, Carlton, you can talk.
Yes, sir. I have a question.
Yes.
No,
yes,
a frustum from a cone. So the question is, when you're calculating the curved surface area of this frustum,
yes,
could you instead like open up the frustum and using the circumference of the circle at the top and the bottom, you take that circumference to be a length of a trapezium that is formed?
I really doubt whether it will form a trapezium. The correct trapezium that we have, I really doubt. There are going to be some errors. Although I have seen it can form a trapezium, but kuna hizi masikio zitakuwa uncatered for.
But on using that formula, you'll still get the same answer.
The same answer?
Yes.
So umetumia circumference ya huku chini kama the A na circumference ya huku juu kama B, si ndio? Carlton?
Yes.
Alafu height of the trapezium umetumia kama height of the cone, eh?
Yeah, no, the slant height of the frustum.
Or slant height of the frustum.
Yes.
Hiyo ndio umetumia kama height of the trapezium.
Yes.
Still getting the same answer?
Yes.
Lakini I can advise you not to use that one during exam. Your examiners wataona maybe umefanya guesswork. But you can use it to confirm your answer. Sawa?
Yes.
Yeah, you can use it to confirm your answer. Hiyo haina shida. You can use it to confirm your answer. Let me share the question has been given to me here. Let me share with you the question. Good. That's the question. And I believe most of us have the question with us. I wanted to see it and also all of us to see it so that we can have to get it together. E top square ni, the one who asked the question, are you in class?
Yes.
Okay. E top square ni ngapi?
Top square ni 10 centimeters.
10 centimeters by 10 centimeters?
Yes.
Okay. And the bottom square?
20 centimeters.
20 centimeters. Alafu nini tena umepewa?
Slant edge of the original pyramid, 28 centimeters.
Slant height of the original pyramid is?
28 centimeters.
So that is capital L, eh?
Teacher. Teacher, enlarge your picture.
Enlarge?
Alafu uiweke ikuwe straight.
Iko sawa sasa hivyo? Nimejaribu ku-enlarge. Is it okay now?
Yeah, right.
Check, can you rotate it?
Yeah.
I'm trying to look at your option ya rotate na sioni from my laptop. Let me try again. Let me try whether I'll rotate it. Just a minute. Meanwhile, we can try to work it out as I see how I can rotate it. I'm getting the option. Good. And also enlarge it. Now, let me share something. Good. Now mnaweza iona vizuri. Or still enlarge. Is it okay now?
Yes.
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 Good. Good.
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, imetosha. Sasa hiyo ndio swali. Na hii swali ni KCSE, niliona kwa KCSE. We, huyu jamaa aliandika namba yangu kwa hii kitu, lakini msimisiusi namba yangu. Hata Isaac Rui unajaribu kuona hiyo namba. Don't misuse. Hiyo namba ya pesa. Only send some M-Pesa, lakini don't misuse it. Now, this is a question. The figure below shows a frustum made from a right pyramid sitting on a square base of 20 centimeters. Each slant edge of the original pyramid is 28. the top part of the frustum is a square of 10 centimeters. Calculate to the nearest whole number, the total surface area of the frustum. Now, all of us, you can see where V is. You can see where V is. And we also have A, B, C, D. I believe you can see that. Kila mtu anaona where D is, A, B, C. A, B, C, D is the square of the bottom. H, G, E, F is the square at the top. Then we have the V there. Okay. So surface area here means easy slant edges za frustum ziko nne. Slant edges za frustum easily to add. Then we add the top, then we add the bottom. Hivyo sasa ndio tutafanya. So we have been given the L, the capital L, but we can use the linear scale factor of BC and HG, Eva? Or you can use AD and HE, or DC and EF. You can use any linear scale factor of that. Now, tukitumia sasa linear scale factor, we are going to use 20, that is BC over GF over 10 is equal to our big slant height. Big slant height, which is 28, over small slant height. Wait, the person who's trying to draw something, please, on my screen, stop that one. It's not a good show. Hiyo si kitu mzuri. That one you should stop. Stop, just give us good time. Your chickiness tumekubali iko, lakini give us just good time. Tueleze hii alafu tuachane nayo. Aya. So we have 28 over small slant height, which is just small L. We don't know it. So we are trying to get the small L. If you cross multiply, we get 20L is equals to 280. That is 10 times 28. So divide by 20, divide by 20. Small L will be what? I'm getting 14. Good. So sasa hapa what you do, chukua triangle moja. Hii triangle moja, tuseme triangle VAB. Can we all of us see VAB? VAB. Kirui, unaona hiyo VAB? Hiyo VAB iko na triangles mbili. Kuna triangle kubwa which is VAB na kuna small triangle which is VHG. I believe the one who asked the question we are following. Are you following?
Yes. Yes.
Good. Can you see VHG? Hiyo ndio small triangle na kuna big triangle VAB. So that means the area of ABGH, the area of ABGH is the area of VAB minus the area of VHG. Uko sawa hadi hapo? Aya, nakumbuka hii triangle VAB hatujapata height yake. We only have the slant height which is 28 na hatujapata height yake. Yes, Mwenda. Any emergency?
Now is the frustum open or like calculating the surface area? Are we supposed to also add the top and the bottom parts?
Because the question doesn't say you just add the top and the bottom. You remember it's a frustum made from a right pyramid. So we don't know the nature of the pyramid that it was. So even if you add, there's no problem.
Thank you.
Sawa. Gashema, kuna swali?
I wanted just to say if in the question you are not told whether it is a solid or not, you just assume it is a solid and you add the top and the bottom.
Good. Lakini hatujafika hapo bado. We are trying to get ABHG. ABGH ndio tunajaribu kupata. Na tumesema ABGH is the area of VAB triangle kubwa minus the area of VHG triangle ndogo. Tutapata ABGH. Yes, Kevin, I've seen your hand. Kevin, I've seen your hand. Okay, let's proceed. So we want to get the height of this triangle VAB. Na huku tunajua ni 28, VB ni 28 and VA is also 28. Na tunajua AB ni 20. So that means hapa itatoka right height itatoka from V to katikati ya A na B, which our friend here has labeled M. It will be 10 centimeters and 10 centimeters. So let's get VM from my diagram that I've shared. Let's get VM. VM, use Pythagoras theorem. You say 28 squared minus 10 squared will give you VM squared. So this will be 28 squared minus 10 squared. We are going to get 684 if you square root. Your answer?
26.15.
26.15.
Yes.
Now, you can still use again, you can get VN, the small height of the small triangle, that is VHG. VN, that will be, it was 14 squared minus 5 squared. What do we get?
13.08.
That 13.1. 13.1. I'm getting 13.0708. Well, Victor Wastu tafadhali.
Sure, don't round it up.
Yes?
13.08. You round it up.
Yeah, you can put the answer in 4 significant places. Now, can you get the area of the now VAB? A half times 20, that's the base, times our height 26.15. Now, area of the VHG, a half times 10 times 13.08. Nani ameshapata hii ya big triangle?
1046.14.
Umepata je 1000? Yeah, I'm getting 251.
Divide by 4.
Multiply by 4.
Tuta multiply by 4 baadaye. Acha kwanza
61.5.
Acha kwanza we just subtract.
261.5.
261.5 centimeters squared.
261.5
squared.
Na hii ingine? The small one? Nani shamaliza hii small one?
7.5.
I'm getting 65.4.
Yes.
65.4.
Sawa. So you subtract the 2. What do you get?
.1.
196.1. So after that, now you can multiply by 4. Victor Waswa, I'm removing you from my class and don't complain. Go and play your music. Goodbye.
700.
Multiply by 4.
84.4. You get
784.4.
784.4.
4.4. Yes.
Yes. I have a question.
Yes, ask.
I've known how to get the area. I mean the area of the biggest the triangle, but I've not known how you have gotten 13.08.
Ati difference ya?
Sijajua umepata 13.08 ya
Ah,
hiyo
ile
small triangle.
ile 13.8 ilikuwa height ya small triangle.
Yes.
Of which we used 14 kama hypotenuse of the small triangle. Na 5 kama hapo katikati ya small base ya small triangle.
Cha hiyo 14 ndio sijajua mlipata aje.
14.
Yes.
Linear scale factor. 20/10 is equal to 28/small l.
Oh. Nimeelewa sasa.
Umeelewa? Joshua Makau? Joshua Makau, kuna swali? Your hand is up or you put it down.
Answer ni 784.
Joshua Makau.
784.
Okay, ask your question. Yes, Joshua. Atukuski. Unmute yourself.
Answer nimepata 784.
Answer umepata?
784. Hiyo ya ukimultiply by 4.
Oh, 784. Good. So 784.4. That's what we are getting.
Yes. Yes.
And then now you need to get the upper square and the bottom square. This one is 100 plus 400. Sindio?
400. Yes.
Unapata ngapi?
1284.4.
What do we get?
1284.4.
1284.4. 1284.4.
Centimeters squared.
Centimeters squared. The one who asked the question, have you been answered correctly?
Yes.
Yes.
So next time, najua utanipatia 10 marks kwa hiyo pyramids, frustum from pyramid.
Kapsa.
Sinaona ile account si ngumu kama hii ya pyramid. Hey Ted, I can see you are clapping your hands. Sawa, bora tu 10 marks next time unipatie 10 marks. Alafu wacha nikwambie, hii ilikuwa square. Ndio maana imekaa rahisi kidogo. What about kama ni rectangular based? Kama rectangular based, auta multiply by 4. Juu zitakuwa only two sides nye zinafanana. So you will get the two sides zinafanana, zile opposite sides, alafu tena upate zile opposite sides and then now you add. Kama ni rectangular based, hautafanya vile tume multiply by 4 yote. Juu ni mbili tu ndio zinafanana, si 4 kama hii. Hii in this case 4 are all equal na zinafanana. Lakini in rectangular based pyramid, then not all sides are going to be equal. Only two opposite sides ndio zitakuwa equal. Sawa sawa? Aya, yes, Ian Rana?
Excuse me, teacher. What's the difference between slant edge and slant height?
Hakuna tofauti, in the same.
Okay, thank you.
Excuse me, Chair.
Yes.
Excuse me, Chair.
Yes. Carry on. Kuna mtu amefunga radio, sijui ni nani?
Anes.
Oh, Enes. Susime radio kwanza ama?
Yes?
Enes.
Okay. Let me ask. You have said that slant edge and slant height are the same.
Slant edge and slant height.
Yes.
Yes, they are the same.
So let's go back to the question that you've already done.
Mm-hmm.
So is the slant edge 28 or can it be referred also as the slant height? In a pyramid.
In a pyramid?
Yes.
They can use the word slant edge or slant height. Is the same. Is the same. Like, well, hapo walisemaje? The original pyramid is 28 centimeters long. The slant edge, iko sawa? Is the same.
Oh, okay.
Is the same. Ephraim?
Excuse me, teacher.
Yes.
In these questions, we get a lot of decimal places. So what are the most good equivalent method of rounding off these questions?
If the examiner is silent about the decimal places, you can use 4 significant figures.
You have noted the question.
Is asking if you come across a question that has so many decimal places, how do you round it off? Na hujaambiwa. You can round off your answer to 4 decimal places. It will be okay. Hapo utakuwa sawa. 4 decimal places. But in case you are told, then you must do as you are instructed.
Oh, thank you.
Ephraim, are you okay?
Yes.
Let me go to Moses Karisa.
Yes,
Moses Karisa?
yeah.
Yes.
Yes. So, teacher, our teacher told us there's a difference between the slant height and the slant edge.
From where I stand, Karisa, as a teacher of maths, there's no difference. Sawa.
Okay.
The difference is the spelling, but the meaning is the same. Ama alikuelezea, hebu tueleze vile alikuelezea the differences.
Okay. He said that the slant edge, it is like the edges that you know from the maybe a box, that's the slant edge. But for example, in the triangle, for example, if the triangle is slanting, but its height now, that is the slant height. But the slant edge, it is the edge of the figure.
Yes. Like that.
Okay. The two terms are used interchangeably. No? Depending on what the examiner anamaanisha. But for example, like in a cone, we don't have the slant edge and slant height are all the same. Yeah?
Oh, yes.
Okay, the two terms are used interchangeably. I think they are all the same. Slant edge and slant height. So alikwambia, like in case, like in a triangle, slant edge ni ile? Karisa?
Hypotenuse.
Oh, no, hypotenuse.
Yes.
Okay, depending on what the examiner wataka ujue, but the two terms are used interchangeably. They can use slant edge, they can use slant height, so long as it is a height that is slanting. Now it depends on where it is, but so long as that height of yours is slanting, that length is slanting, we call it slant height, or you can use it slant edge. But depending on what the examiner again wants you to get. But just know they can be used hakuna tushikilie hii ni slant edge na hii ndio slant height, hakuna kitu kama hiyo. Zote zinaweza tumika popote. So long as your height is slanting and that height can also be your edge, iko sawa. Let's get it like that. Unless there's someone who can explain to us vizuri na tupatie pia diagrams, you can share with us.
Excuse me.
Yes.
Mwalimu, I have a question.
Yes.
When it comes to when you use pi RL to find the volume of a frustum of a cone, what does the L represent?
What does the
L represent?
When they use what?
When you use pi RL to solve for the volume of a cone. So what does the L represent?
Length.
L pi RL. L represents the slant height.
Yes.
Okay, for example, in a cone. Yes. Okay, let me share with you what Gashema has amenitumia hapa. Gashema amenitumia something good here. Let me just share with you so that tunawezaona tofauti, which I concur with Gashema, but again, depending on what question imeletwa. Hii hapa. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Yes. Ni hivyo ndio kwa mnasema?
Yes.
Yes. Sasa kwa con itakuwaje slant height ama slant edge? Con utasema ni nini? Gashema, are you hearing me? Yes, Gashema, hebu niambie kwa con utasema ni slant height ama slant edge?
I think we are just arguing on the side of pyramid, not on a cone. We are arguing on the side of a pyramid.
Yeah, in a pyramid, I agree. It can be slant height. In a pyramid, I agree. But remember also in a pyramid, they can use slant height, kama is slant edge. They can still use it. So, like I've said, just know they are used interchangeably.
Yeah.
So just don't fix yourself somewhere. Ati lazima ikue hivyo. Wewe jua tu, it can be used interchangeably. Hivyo, that's my advice. Thank you so much, Gashema, for sharing that with us.
Mr. Ugutu.
Yes.
Acha kwa con wanasemanga hii ndo slant height. Alafu hii ni slant edge ya kando kabisa.
Ai, wewe acha kudanganya sasa wewe.
Danganya huyo.
Just msikie mimi nauliza.
Ai, wewe
umetudanganya sana.
Jesse, kuna swali?
Unapiga kelele, si mimi.
Jesse, kuna swali?
Yes, teacher. I was asking in a question, for example, they ask, they've given you a cone and they say that they tell you to get the area of the cone. How are you supposed to do it?
Book up again, Jesse.
In a question, let's say they give you a cone and they tell you that they've torn it apart. And they tell you to find the area of the cone. How are you supposed to do it?
In a question that they tell you it is
you've been given a cone.
Mm-hmm.
And you're told that it has been torn apart.
It has been torn apart.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Then you're told to find the area. I don't have the I was trying to look for the question, but I couldn't find it.
Oh,
yeah.
I'm getting what you're saying. It's like hii cone imefunguliwa.
Yes.
It is opened. Sindio?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So, just hii cone ukifungua itaform a sector.
Yes.
Asa Isaac Kirui unakumbuka hiyo swali tukifanya kwa class? Itaform a sector. So, utapewa tu how you know a sector is theta over 360 pi 2 pi r or pi d. Na hii ndio itakuwa equal to the length of the circumference of the circular part of the cone. Unajua hivyo?
Pardon?
Jesse?
Yes.
Hii hapa hivi ndio itakuwa 360 theta over 360 2 pi r hivyo. Na hii circular part of the cone, hii circular base part of the cone ndio ilikuwa 2 pi r. Therefore, 2 pi r itakuwa equal to theta over 360 2 pi r. Let me show you, Jesse, and many others that wanaweza kuwa na challenge kama hiyo. Something like this, So what I'm saying is this. Hii ndio cone yetu. Jesse, are you seeing this?
Yes.
So hii ndio cone yetu. Hii cone tukifungua, hii sako yenye iko hapa. Hii sako yenye iko hapa ndio itakuwa length ya hii hadi hapa. Hivyo. Hii length hapa ndio sako, ndio circumference ya hii cone yetu. Ukifungua hii cone, ukiopen, if open that cone. So this circle, it is 2 pi r, or you can say pi d. Is circular part. The length circumference is 2 pi r, or you can say pi d. So that means this 2 pi r, which is the circumference of this, ni sawa na e, na in length of the arc of the sector. length of the arc of the sector, which is, let me show you, which I've said it is theta over 360 pi d, or you can say theta over 360 2 pi r. So you can say 2 pi r is the same as theta over 360 2 pi r. Then you get the angle. Watakuuliza the angle, watakuuliza some questions there. Hivyo. Umeelewa?
Yes.
Yeah, you can get the question and then utuambie. I'm told that the meeting has ended, so maybe we can close our lesson there. I'll look for more questions on frustrum, maybe 2, moja ya pyramid na moja ya cone, alafu nitatumia Gashema na Gashema atawatumia wengine.
Yes.
Sawa, ama nitatumia Clinton ama mtu yote nitakuwa na namba yake.
Sawa.
Yes.
I hope class imekuwa sawa na umeenjoy.
Imekuwa sawa kabisa.
Yes.
Have a good time and enjoy. Let me meet you tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay.
Bye.
Okay. Bye. Bye.